Where do you want this?
Just stick it in those hoppers there, Matt, please. Usually give them a couple of bags in the morning.
These are beauties, aren't they? How old are they now?
They're about 3 weeks old now.
And what age are they when you buy them in?
We have them at day olds, and now we...
Has Paul Dono gone out now?
No, he's upstairs.
Is he?
Yeah.
So they like to kind of...
And then they go out in grass and they sit under the oak tree and sun themselves all day after they've had the morning grazing.
So are you taking them out now to do the
Yeah, we're going to put them out now, yeah.
Right then, let's get you lot outside then, shall we?
That's Connor Perry. He loves you. Connor Perry.
You love these early days.
Well, it is lovely to see them when they come out and then they get onto the grass and they all start grazing. What is also impressive, when it rains for the first time,
Grass.
they stand there like the angel of the north with the wings out. Yes.
Hope they've got the grass. They do in Stoke.
This is the heart of everything that you do here. There's a lot of goodness in this grass liquors.
Yeah, and they come out and they graze on it all day, and there's keratin in the grass which gives them all the colour in their skin. Once they get a little bit bigger, they'll graze this whole field down, and it'll be like a nice cricket pitch.
You ever fly about?
They do get off the ground, but they don't fly away.
Right. It's sweet though, the way they sit down and then they're up again and then they have another little explore. They all, I mean, they obviously stick together as well.
That was Connor
Lovely.
Perry. P-I-P.
As well
Perry.
as sheep, cows and his beloved geese, there are also pigs.
That's what I said. Oh, that was a geese. That was geese. So from the geese we're going to the pigs.
Put everything in the back.
Okay.
I'm going to let you do the lifting because I'm out of action at the moment.
Oh,
so.
oh, we're expecting
I
are we?
am,
Oh,
yes.
congratulations. Excuse me. Hi there.
That's the next police commissioner for the West Midlands.
Delicacy, one that's long been eaten by hungry Bedfordshire farm workers out in the fields.
Out in the fields.
Next door in Hertfordshire, they have the trolley dumpling. In
I bet they do. I think I've got that. The doctor says I've got that.
Dog in a blanket. Well, here in Bedfordshire, they have this. The Bedfordshire claret. Basically, it's a two-course meal wrapped in pastry, and in Cornwall is famed the world over for
Clanger.
its pasty. Surely,
Looks like he's dropped one.
deserves at least a moment in the sun.
The family farm shop is run by John's sister, Blanche Walker. I'm picking up some ingredients for a fresh batch of clackers.
Put you some stewing beef,
Yeah.
ready, and then you
There you go. That's Amy. Amy.
And I've got you a bag of suet. So this is all your ingredients now. I'll pop it in a basket and you can go off to the bakers to
Thank
make
you.
clangers.
Yes, let's do that. Actually, you can join us a little bit later on when we put it all together. I'll be finding out what it tastes like. Now, a new wave of environmental protests has been making headlines, but what impact is it having on our countryside? Here's Charlotte
With a report that contains some distressing scenes.
For many of us, the countryside represents peace, escape, even freedom. And that's the side we often celebrate here on Countryfile. There is, of course, another side.
Charlotte. Charlotte. I think I know somebody named Charlotte.
Environment isn't new. But the landscape of popular taste is changing. Individuals are taking on the establishment and mobilising mass support online. Tensions are running high, not just on the streets, but in the countryside, with the birth of a new breed of campaigning body. One of those in the spotlight is Wild Justice. Its leaders are Mark Avery, formerly of the RSPB, Chris Packham, naturalist and
Mark
TV
Avery?
presenter, and conservationist Ruth Tingay. This fledgling pressure group has been making headlines by ripping up the rulebook. I've been following Wild Justice since they launched back
Me
in
too.
February, and it's fair to say they like to do things a little bit differently. Instead of negotiating and lobbying, Wild Justice aims to use legal action to force change, and it's all paid for by crowdfunding, people power. So why why are these well-established conservationists adopting these new tactics? Perhaps Mark Avery from Wild Justice can explain.
We think that there are laws that affect wildlife that aren't always being implemented fully and properly even by public bodies. So we want to make sure that they do. Some people have described us as the kind of middle-aged Extinction Rebellion people, which we really like. That's fine by us.
Mike Overy.
Why not, though, just talk to people, consult,
Good
come
name.
up with a consensus, try to agree things, and then move forward?
Well, that sometimes works, but far too often you sit down, have a chat, particularly with government, and then nothing happens at all.
It does.
For Wild Justice,
I think I've got thrush.
head on that works. And earlier this year, they challenged a piece of apparently
Hi, my name's Tony Amore.
and pulled off a campaigning coup. Ever heard of general licenses? Yeah, probably not, but they are important. They give anyone
You're impotent.
who owns a gun permission to shoot certain birds, things
Very
like
good.
magpies, crows, or Canada geese.
Ostriches.
If those birds pose a threat to wildlife, to crops, or to livestock.
Ostriches. Ostrich.
Farmers say they've many pests. Crows can be especially brutal,
Ooh, the birds.
terrorising ground nesting birds, and mauling sheep and lambs, even pecking eyes and tongues out.
Alfred Hitchcock.
One recent study found more than half of livestock owners had seen their animals killed or injured in bird attacks. For the past quarter of a century, general licenses have been issued by Natural England, the government's own environmental advisors. The licenses allow shooting and trapping to kill problem birds. But there's one key test. Killing should only be a last resort.
Absolutely.
Wild Justice believed that wasn't being effectively monitored by Natural England, so it crowdfunded a legal fight to have the system reviewed. And from there, the story escalated.
Hi, my name's Tony Amore.
Today this morning, the latest on the suspension of general licenses. The license were unwittingly allowing the unjustified killing of millions of birds. In April, Natural England's lawyers agreed the licenses were unlawful. Wild Justice's call for a review never even came to court. Instead, the licenses were withdrawn completely, something Wild Justice hadn't ever called for. And they were withdrawn at a time when farmers say they were needed to protect their animals from predators. With very little notice, almost overnight, they could no longer do so, and that had an impact. The British Association for Shooting and Conservation said it was inundated with members saying that livelihoods had been ruined, jobs lost, the environment and the countryside damaged. In some cases, they say, irreparably. One of those farmers and smallholders affected was Jonathan. He's asked us not to use his surname because he fears reprisals from activists. Within a few weeks of the licenses being revoked, with Jonathan unable to deal with pest birds in his normal way, one of his bantam chicks was taken by a crow.
It sort of makes you feel sick in the stomach, to be honest. It's so hard on the bird. She's been nursing it and got it out into the world, and it's gone. She's left without her chick.
Jonathan uses a larson trap to catch unwanted crows. It relies on their territorial instinct. One bird sits inside the cage,
Howdy.
attracting other birds to challenge it.
Howdy, man.
It will go into the open side here, sit on that, and it's immediately caught in there. If it's a crow, then I can dispatch it. Now I do that with this thing, which is called a priest. It's very heavy on that end, and you take the bird out, you come up, you take it away, knock it on the back of the head, instantly.
Controversial. Jonathan believes these traps are the kindest way to control pest birds. But this spring, for the first time in 25 years, Jonathan couldn't use it. He was dismayed.
Crows and magpies have no natural predators. So unless we exercise control over these birds, they will do so much damage to all the other songbirds and lapwings and partridge chicks that we all love so much.
Isn't it more, if we're honest, about farmers protecting livestock and crops rather than it being about shooting to protect wildlife?
I don't know any farmer who isn't terribly interested in wildlife. We all love the wildlife. That's why we become farmers. That's why we have land.
A month on from their withdrawal, new amended licences, the DEFRA now deemed lawful, were issued, but critics say the damage had been done. One of them is Andrew Gilruth, who works for the Game and Wildlife Conservation Trust.
Well, Justice say all they did was point out that general licences were unlawful and that they were trying to get justice for wildlife.
Yes, but I would contest that perhaps it wasn't justice for the species which are in decline in our countryside, which are entirely reliant on these licences for us to be able to control species that might come along and eat their young.
Well, Justice say though, if they'd gone down the normal routes and had a consultation and a chat, we'd all still be talking about it next Christmas. Nothing happened. What they have done, they will say, is got change.
Well, they say that they got change. All that they got was a licences briefly suspended, and then they've been reinstigated. So actually, they've achieved nothing from that perspective, other than a great deal of chaos.
Keep it cocked.
The
Keep it cocked.
that Wild Justice's decision to
Weatherspoons.
rather than negotiate
Weatherspoons
caused
bar.
harm to wildlife.
Weathers-
and untold stress to farmers.
Weatherspoons Bar and Anley.
It simply wasn't civilised.
Keep it cocked, guys.
But Wild Justice say there was nothing civilised about some of the responses to its legal action.
For Chris Packham from Wild Justice, the backlash was extreme. Dead crows were left on his doorstep, and worse.
I've received a letter which is very calculated death threat directed towards myself and my family.
So given the pain on both sides, was it worth it? Mark Avery from Wild Justice certainly thinks so.
There's nothing wrong in calling out a public body saying you've got the law wrong. Remember, this has been wrong for 25 years.
That was Mark Avery again.
That's how long this has been wrong.
Mark Avery.
So,
Good name for a bird man. Stuart Gavin used to live here. Stuart. He died. Got kicked out of 21 Quarry Road where I live. Stuart Gavin died of a drink problem. Vanessa Renshaw kicked him out. Which wasn't very nice to do that. Stuart died last year, drink problem. He kicked his girlfriend out as well. Miss Natasha Sandwich Ball. Miss Listeria. Miss Natasha Listeria Ball. Vanessa kicked her out, a young girl, 19, drug addict. She now lives on the streets, begging for money. This one I do not know. Ex-Russian, Evgeny Arabadzhiev.